throughout the fall, these Wednesdays before home games, and be a fun one tonight. We will get to talk about a Red Raider win over West Virginia, 34-27. The Sooners are in town this weekend on Halloween night, and we've got a specialist that will join us tonight, Austin Mcnamara. That is a
Why do you say it like that?
That's a rare treat for a. No, I'm just kidding.
Kicker.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. I mean, it's outside the box. I like it a little bit. I would guess the vibe around the building is a good one this week, Coach. You guys played well. You a close game. You made a play at the end there, and a couple plays at the end to win it and seal it and all those things. But kind of take us through the dynamic of around the building this week after a win like that.
Well, you want to celebrate all wins. It's so hard to win in college football.
Yes.
And we've certainly experienced our share of disappointments, and it's a disappointment when you lose a close game, and we've had a lot of those around here. So you win one, and a close game. I mean, it comes down to the last play of the game, and so you need to celebrate. You need to celebrate in the locker room all day Sunday, and then it's over. And I think our guys did a good job of it. We've had good practices so far, but that doesn't change the vibe. So to answer your question, yeah, the vibe is good. I don't think anybody's still talking, and hopefully we're not tweeting and retweeting about it all, but I just think that's healthy over the weekend, and then let's go to work again. And we've had really, really fast practices. Yesterday, probably our best Tuesday of the year. I think the indoor helped that. It was warm in there, and we had a fast practice. But I'm proud of the way the guys have bounced back. Now the key is to how do you find ways to continue to improve and keep believing in your process and how you practice and how you prepare and your prep, and it's at a high level, and you don't take things for granted, and you got to do all the simple things right. And I really believe in that. To give yourself a chance to win in each and every week, and hopefully we continue to do that the rest of this week.
Several things I want to ask you about the game on Saturday. First one, and you mentioned it was warm in the indoor. For those that may not, they're listening to us across the state that may not be aware, it's a little chilly and like winter wonderland-ish around our fine city in the last couple of days. So we'll get into that in a little bit as that changes the preparation, I would guess. Although it is supposed to be high of 70 degrees on Saturday, be great football weather and all those things. Take me through Henry's performance, your thoughts there. You and I talked about that after the game. Yeah. I think that you used the word efficient, and that's very well
efficient. Proud of him. Thought he played well, took care of the football. He did a nice job checking. David put a lot on his plate. Coach Yost did. He handled it well. He was accurate. Made two huge throws to Eric Ezekama. One third down on the north end, heading north in the red zone. The other one early in the game, south. Went for it on 4th and 10 in the red zone, and huge play. Trusted Eric to be in the spot. Actually threw it before he was open. It was a thing of beauty. I mean, our O-line did a great job of giving him protection really all night, not just on that play, but all night. But, I think the added bonus was his legs. He scrambled and made some really nice plays, some key first down conversions on a couple of those scrambles, and I think kept drives alive and kind of ignites the crowd a little bit. And I think it gives his O-line confidence, that they don't, if something breaks down, he can make something good happen. So, Chris, I was pleased. He did well, and he's had a good week of practice, and he's just got to keep his preparation. I thought his preparation was really, really good, and he's got to continue to keep it at a high level.
For somebody like him, this is a common question that you probably get, and I want to clear that up for people watching or listening. He does scramble some, and for an offensive lineman, got to hold on to your block because you're not real sure. Is he still back there? Is he taking off? I mean, kind of what's the dynamic for those guys up front?
But he doesn't leave early. It's another thing. It's one thing to scramble. It's a thing to leave early. When you have a quarterback leaving early in the pocket, I think it drives those old linemen crazy because they're not able to get into their sets, pass twist games off, and really be firm and really know right where he's at. I think they know where he's at. And I think at some point those old linemen have a clock in their head too, how long they need to protect. And the longer the play goes, pretty good chance he's probably scrambling out. The other thing that they have is, they read the D lineman's eyes. D lineman's eyes will tell you where the quarterback's scrambling real quick and then which side they're trying to escape to. So I don't think he leaves too early, and I don't think it puts any more pressure on the O-lineman.
He was on our show, I think it was maybe first or second week of the shows that we did this season. But Zach Mcpherson, when he picks that ball up, what are you thinking at that point? Well, I mean, what's going through your mind?
Well, honestly, I didn't see the first after he picked it up and after he kind of cleared the pile, I probably didn't watch for 20 yards. I'm just looking backwards. I'm looking for flags.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe it's a coach thing. I don't know. It's I was looking for flags.
Is this going to count?
Yeah. I mean, I'm like shield all blocks. That's KP's, Coach Patterson's, thing. When we get a turnovers, we don't block. We shield blocks. That way we don't push in the back. We don't shove in the back. We don't do something stupid. So we try to shield all blocks, and I'm yelling shield, shield, shield. And once I see no yellow flags, I look up, and he's in the red zone, and he finishes. And, it's pretty exciting. Yeah, it's a good play. We work on that stuff. That's the thing about it is we work on that stuff, and that was a great teach tape because the play that Jacob made, he and Colin, you can just see things that we have gotten better at, how we defended that bunch, how we, got in the correct alignment. We did not get in that alignment at Iowa State. It cost us on some perimeter plays. They were in a tight bunch. Jacob played the block well. He played outside leverage with his arm free. Colin came on a great path that we teach in our tackling drills. The ball's out, and then the way that Zach scooped it was, it was clinic because we actually teach him how to scoop it and score so you can basically do it full speed like he did. He didn't even slow down. And the way he did it and the technique, it was awesome. And, it was a big play.
Because your last year at Utah State, y'all scored like 8 or 9 of those, I think.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly, but I think we led the country in defensive touchdowns.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And speaking of your defense, we'll keep bragging on him here. We talked about him a lot last week. Letty Brown, one of the top running backs in the Big 12. You guys hold him in West Virginia to below 100 yards, about 3 yards a carry. I mean, this was – and I think the thought was we just can't let him beat us, and he didn't.
Yeah, to hold them to under 100 yards rushing, he averaged 3.1 a carry. Credit to our defense. Starts with the D-line. I thought the D-line played well. Again, I said it, I think, with you after the game. Best collective effort really by our linebackers since I've been here, all together, all of them. And they all played well. Schooler, Morgenstern, Krishan Merriweather, Rico. Rico played great. He was our player of the game on defense. All those guys played really, really well. What did you think about that?
I don't know. It's like namaste. It's almost like a yoga thing. Yeah, but he made a big play.
Yeah, you like that level?
Yeah, that's good. That's some. I like that. Yeah, because I think you had a trio of linebackers that was Schooler and I think Krishan and Rico all had 9 tackles each. But they're showing up. They're making plays. They're making the plays they're supposed to. And then I think too the fact that your defense was on the field at the end of the game and made a play to win it is different, I think, in some ways, maybe, and you can correct me if I'm wrong here, from a confidence standpoint as opposed to offense having the ball in your victory formation. I'm sure that you'd rather victory formation.
We tried to finish with the ball in our hands.
I get it. But the way it played out, that's not what you got. But so your guys made a play, and you got to stop to win it. I think that's probably got to build some confidence even more for that defense.
We'll take it either way. But we did want to finish with the ball in our hands. We had to punt it away. Our defense played well. They kept a guy in bounds once, and knocked the ball down when we needed it to, and got some pressure on the quarterback. That was a big confidence booster.
I want to come back, and I have several things I still want to touch on as it relates to that game. Again, 34-27, Red Raider win. Producer and engineer, Mr. Steve Pitts, taking care of us as always. We are here until 8 o'clock. We'll come back and keep talking about this victory over the Mountaineers. Red Raider Football with Matt Wells, presented by Rudy's Barbecue, will continue after these messages. This is the Texas Tech Sports Network from Learfield IMG College. Red Raider Football with Matt Wells back here at the virtual Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue. Great barbecue starts with the wood, and Rudy's uses 100% oak to smoke their meats. Stop by rudys.com and place your curbside pickup or delivery order for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And, Coach, we mentioned the weather a little bit earlier. Makes it a bit tricky when a winter storm rolls through in the middle of the week. You're trying to get ready for a game on the weekend. Nice to have that indoor facility to take your guys into and still be very productive and not deal with the elements, I would guess.
It's great indoor. Can't thank all the people enough that provided that and helped fund that, but it's a great facility. I mean, it's right next to our building. We jump in and, we use it quite a bit, and we use it the last 2 days, or 3 days. We use it every Monday. We're in there quite a bit, and I like to go in there a lot at certain other points of the year to get it hot when you really need heat. But the last 2 days it's been great. We'll be in the stadium tomorrow, so we'll go outside and kind of get used to that a little bit. But Chris, I think the key to practices in the middle of the year and late in the year when you do have bad weather during the middle of the week is that you have fast, clean, efficient, really physical practices, and I'm not a big believer in going out and really getting used to the weather. If you've been in the elements before, and we, try to go out and in them, especially throwing and catching, I think that's the biggest key. Can you do that? And once you can do it and kind of prove that you can do it, I think you're okay. But I really think you become tough and you become tough-minded in January and February, June and July in the off season. I don't think you need to go out on a Tuesday and, skate around on the ice that was on our turf yesterday and say, yeah, we're a bunch of tough guys. No, we need a really good practice is what we need. I think we become tough in the off season with accountability and discipline.
Halloween this week. You big Halloween guy?
Oh, not really, but yeah, I'll participate. What do you got? You got some questions for me?
I was gonna ask you. I mean,
Wyatt still likes to dress up a little bit.
Okay. Did you remember a favorite costume when you were?
For me?
Yeah, young Matt Wells was like out trick or treating. Do you remember? Was you?
Just a competition to get the most candy. That's what I remember.
It's all about all about the end game there.
Yeah.
And then you dump out the bag and you see. Did you and Luke? So you and Luke kind of challenged each other. Okay, there you go. I'm guessing so. Now, if somebody
he's watching.
Your crew will be busy Saturday night because they'll be at the game. But if somebody were to show up at the Wells household in a normal situation, what are they getting? Are you a toothbrush guy?
It's funny you said that. My dad was a dentist.
Oh.
So we gave out the biggest candy bars in the town because he needed some work.
Absolutely. That's where you give him the caramel apple, man. Yeah, hey, go jack your teeth up, kid, and come see me. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I'm open all day tomorrow.
That's right.
No, Jen's big time, man. She has a big old bowl out and
love it.
She'll keep the light on.
Okay. Do you hate candy corn as much as I do?
Candy corn?
Uh-huh.
Oh, no, it's my favorite. Because you know what you do? I try to bite right on the edge of each color. Again, it's a competition, right? You know what I'm talking about?
You really like candy corn.
I love it.
I'm disappointed.
Why?
I think I'm not a fan.
Don't be soft, Chris.
Okay, I'm just saying that. It's just weird. It's a weird deal.
I don't go buy it.
Okay, got it. If it's there, you'll dabble a little bit. Okay. Yeah. If I see it, I
do you
find a trash can and you get it.
I like hot tamales. That's my.
Oh, there you go.
Deal.
Okay.
That's my
see,
go-to
I can.
now.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, my wife's got me on that.
Several guys want to ask you about from Saturday too. I'm guessing you probably will never get tired. We could probably do this same thing from now until the end of the season on these shows. But bragging on your freshman class.
Yeah.
Taj Brooks comes in a big moment.
Huge
relief. And it's not, hey, man, just come in here and just kind of get us to the end of the game. No, I need you to come in and play really well. Meaningful yards, convert some first downs. Yeah, take me through his performance in relief.
Really good.
Running back.
Solid. I mean, he's just a solid-minded kid. I mean, he's disciplined, accountable off the field. He's smart. He's tough. He's picked it up as soon as he's got in here. I have gone back and looked at the TV copy because I always watch it because I always pick something up for us or something from the sidelines or something that's encouraging to a player, something that I see. And the TV copy of the fourth quarter does not do Taj Brooks justice. You need to watch the coach's copy from the end zone video. I mean, the guy made some jump cuts and made some guys miss in the hole, and then he would fight for an extra yard, and it was maybe only a 4-yard gain, and it doesn't look real great maybe from the side view, but his teammates know, his old linemen know. He came in and played well. I mean, that's a third-string running back for that game that needed to be ready when called upon.
And he wasn't the only one from a freshman.
Talk about all the rest of them.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I mean, have you ever had a year like that to where, and this is because some of these kids can just flat out play. Others have been maybe pressed into duty quicker than you wanted to, but the way it's worked out, there's freshmen.
I'm proud of them.
At all the skill spots.
I really am. The future is really, really bright. I don't want to get into the future. I don't really want to think about the future because it's right now. I'm trying to get us to a bowl game and focus on this week, Oklahoma, and right now. But, certainly Loic Fungi, Jalen Polk, Miles Price, John Holcomb, Caleb Rogers playing tackle, Philip Bliddy playing D-end, and then you mentioned Taj. All those guys are playing significant time as true freshmen.
And, I mean, if not for, an unfortunate injury, I mean, J.J. Sparkman may have done the same thing. Obviously, that we heard about Donovan Smith, too, with a shoulder issue.
Both of those.
Yeah, but it's just it's fun to watch those guys kind of out there figuring it out, but also making plays. And, it didn't go unnoticed. I mean, Trey Cleveland, while he's not a true freshman, this is his first year of playing, and he catches a big touchdown pass.
The other freshman that I think is coming up, I don't know if we'll see him at corner, but I think you may see him on some special teams as Kobe Minor. He's starting to really flash in practice, and I'm excited about him.
So we had just a few questions here, but how's Maverick Mciver doing?
He's doing well. Yeah, continues to practice hard. And
people haven't seen him, and he's I guess redshirted last year, so he's technically another redshirt freshman.
Right.
As part of that quarterback room. Okay, here's another one. Have you ever gone half a season without a field goal make before? Now, you haven't even attempted one in the last 2 games, but you guys have played 5 games, no field goals.
Yeah.
Weird.
Well, yeah, and 5 games doesn't feel like half a season on a normal year, right? So this isn't a normal year. And then you're right, the last two games, there hasn't really been a field goal opportunity completely present itself. So we'll attempt. We hadn't even attempted one in 2 weeks, I guess, right? Since Kansas State.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first half. I guess so. You've gone 2.5 games without even attempting one. It's just a weird. And did you see the? I felt like I ought to ask Austin Mcnamara this in a little bit. But by the way, we'll be joined by Eli Howard and Austin Mcnamara here shortly. But did you see the field goal of the replay of the Rice game where it bounced off the goalpost 4 times? It was out there. So crazier. I was crazier to kick a punt.
Did you see an 87-yard punt?
I did
last week?
And a 74-yard punt. I did see that. I did see that. You take me through that kick. Have you ever seen that before? Will we ever see that again?
Nope.
Yeah, I don't think so.
No and no.
Yeah, and he almost. With
the Lubbock wind, you may.
Yeah, but it blows around here quite a bit, and nobody's ever kicked one that far before.
Point well made.
Yeah, I mean, and he almost.
You're saying it's not the first time the wind's blown out of the south end zone of this stadium,
and it won't. Yeah, it won't be the last. It won't be the last. Not on a Saturday afternoon. Yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure. When you think about like Austin, we'll bring him on, I guess, here in a little bit. But when you think about like how much that does to your team, flipping the field and all that, that was like one of those those moments in the game that, man, it meant a lot because he's on the goal line, and next thing you know, they're kicking from the 20. I guess.
Well, I made a big deal about it in the team meeting on Monday. Those guys, the players, will be able to tell you that. I felt the energy in the stadium kind of. That was a critical time. That's 27-27, the end of the third quarter, last couple minutes of the third quarter. I felt the fans felt that. The fans saw that. I think it energized them. I know our defense was energized jogging out on the field. You'll have to ask them. I mean, you're going to get both of them up here. I mean, Eli was protecting on that. He's in the shield. Of course, he had to run all the way down the field. Probably wasn't real fired up about that. But, I just think it was a jolt of energy, and I thought it did change a little bit of the vibe in the stadium at that point.
And then there's that saying that, anytime you show up to a game and a stadium, an arena, whatever, there's very few times where you'll see something that you've never seen before, and that was what, because you could feel the crowd kind of do the, there's a reaction, and from a punt standpoint, I mean that's a long one. I mean, it just kept going and going and going, but it was a huge field position. So let's who do you want to bring up here next? We want to bring the senior. Or do we
we'll
want
go
to bring
with the senior first.
The senior, okay. I knew that's the rule. So Cinco, Eli Howard will join us next when we return on Red Raider Football with Matt Wells. When it comes to irrigation and house wells, trust the only product designed by and built for West Texas for 67 years. Ask for Simmons Pump and Supply or visit SimmonsPump.com today. Red Raider Football with Matt Wells, presented by Rudy's Barbecue. Will continue after these messages. This is the Texas Tech Sports Network from Learfield IMG College. Texas Tech University. We're actually at United Supermarket Arena here until 8 o'clock. Make a football move over to Rudy's.com and place your curbside pickup or delivery order and enjoy 100% oak smoked meats, Rudy's signature sauce, and delicious sides from your home. So now pleased to be joined by a guy that I feel like I've known for a long time. Yeah, these are fun. You're a rare case, Eli. You've been around here. You have. I gotta say, I'm not sure there's many college football players that have their master's degree, and you are one of those. That is elite. Okay, that is big time stuff.
Well, I appreciate it.
Yeah, you've gotten as much out of Texas Tech, okay, as Texas Tech has gotten out of you, and that's the way this thing's supposed to work. But you know, I feel like you've been on this show every year, and I thoroughly enjoy visiting with you. Cinco is what you go by.
Yeah, back in San Angelo, you know, they call me Cinco, but
Yeah.
you know, Eli, Cinco, whatever works.
'Cause Eli Howard the fifth.
It is an icebreaker when I introduce myself as Cinco, though. Yes, sir.
I dig it. I'm enjoying it.
Yes, sir.
So are you going to come back next year and get your doctorate?
I don't think so. No.
We still have some conversations to have.
I love to see the recruiting side of Wells because I'm feeling it. You know, I'm letting him throw me his best stuff for sure. But
we're going to amend spring ball. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to amend training camp.
See, I'm still seeing what
age.
I can get out of it.
Yeah,
you know?
that's right. Yeah.
Dr. Howard.
Dr. Howard.
Does that sound level?
Yes. Hey, I'm all about it.
I'm digging it for sure. But yeah.
Are you? Good.
Yeah,
Good. We'll continue those conversations.
Yeah. Tell Zane just put DR right there on the back of the jersey.
Is that all it's going to take?
Hey, I just got the V back there, so I'm just gonna not bite off more than I can chew.
Zane handles the equipment for those that don't know with the football team. So you got your seriously though, that'd be a big deal. But was it back in May? I think you walked.
Yes, sir.
And got your
May I
degree?
finished it. Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's got to be something you and your family, everybody proud of.
Yeah, it's an absolute blessing. You know, no one in my immediate family has ever been able to get their masters, and it's something that football has given me an opportunity that I would have never imagined personally, and I'm just incredibly thankful for it, and I know it's going to really pay dividends for me in the future.
Personal finance,
yeah,
yes,
sir.
So you want to do like financial planning?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I definitely would like to. You know, my family, you know, there hasn't been the best financial literacy, I can say for sure. So I definitely would love to help,
Gotcha.
you know, people and families out for sure.
See, you know, you need to turn this recruiting pitch around. You need to say to Coach Wells here, like, hey, I'll come play for you next year, but I want to handle your portfolio.
I got to handle your books. You know?
Right.
There we go.
That's right.
Hey, that might work.
Big play for you in the fourth quarter last week. I mean, you had several, but that one obviously sticks out, that big sack. What goes through your mind when you get home on a play like that after a grind of a game? And because it's hard. I mean, people don't realize the sacks. I mean, you guys exert a ton of energy trying to get back there, and there's so many almost get homes. But
yeah, man, almost is the name of the game on pass rushing, you know. But yeah, I was just so happy to get there. And I know I'm not maybe the biggest celebrator. All my friends are like, or all the teammates are like, you need to celebrate or something. I'm like, dude, I'm so tired. Once I finally wrap them up, because you know it came in the late fourth quarter. But yeah, no, I mean, there's nothing like it when it hits home. I mean, it really makes all the work and all the preparation getting there. I mean, if like baseball, it's like hitting a home run. I mean, it just, when everything goes smooth and you can get there, it's a thrill like I've never really imagined, and that's why I love doing it.
You know, and with that, so just so people are clear here, you're ninth in school history, you know, in the all-time sack list with 16 and a half. And
what's number one?
I didn't go that far up.
I can tell you it's 34 sacks.
Yeah. Okay, so
it is some dude.
Yeah, because
I forget his name, but I mean,
top 5.
It is legit. I think
12 more games.
I don't know the exact stats. I just remember number 1. Oh yeah, 13. There we go.
See,
there we go. It's already cooking on me. There we go.
But if you get a full sack this weekend, you move up to 7th.
Okay.
You know, and if you get 3 more sacks, you move to 5th.
Okay.
So
we can get him to 5 by the end of the year.
It's within reach.
I think so. Yeah. No. I'm competitive, so you know that stuff matters, but it doesn't matter. But I know who's number 1, and that dude, he's legit.
I'm guessing Monte Rager or somebody like that.
I think it's maybe even before.
Gabe Rivera?
Yeah,
there's got to be one. Okay.
I don't think it's Gabe Rivera. I think I would have, you know what I'm saying? I would have remember seeing your sack for sure.
Yeah.
I don't remember those.
Rodney Rodney Allison's going to call in here in just a second. He's going to text you.
Yeah, so we're going to get the answer soon. But
what's the hardest part about getting to a quarterback? Like from the standpoint of we've talked about, how much energy you're exerting. The quarterbacks in this league almost can all run around, which makes it even more.
Yes,
is that maybe the hardest part? Is that the quarterbacks are now much more athletic than they used to? There's no more drop back passers.
Right. And I mean, the Big 12 is so much quick game. It's such a fast-paced game, and I think we have a lot of really good pass rushers in the Big 12, and I think the league has just kind of developed to, getting the ball out quick. But like you said, I mean, you don't face a Tom Brady type guy. Everyone's dual threat. Everyone can throw and move, run and move really well in the pocket. So definitely that's probably the hardest part of it, is just getting those super athletic quarterbacks down, like you said. And but once you hit home, I mean, there's nothing like it. It's a lot of fun.
Take me through the guy you'll go against this weekend. I'm sure you watched a lot of tape. Spencer Rattler from Oklahoma is another really good quarterback here. I mean, here they go.
Yeah, I love really good quarterbacks, and I love guys who are always trying to extend the play. Because, like I said, when the ball's not out quick, it doesn't matter how good your pass rush move is. But a guy who holds on the ball a little bit longer, like he does, and tries to extend plays and tries to make stuff happen with his feet, he gives the D lineman a chance to get home a few times. And I think we have the opportunity to. But as I mentioned earlier, we got to stop the run, and we got to put ourselves in passing situations and be able to light up the young quarterback. And he's incredibly talented, but young nonetheless.
Is that okay? So we're sitting here talking a lot about pass rushing and
yes, sir.
and the sack.
My favorite topic. Yes, sir.
Right,
yeah.
but. Coach and I were just talking about earlier, you guys as a D-line and defense in general did a really good job of stopping the run. Is that like the dirty work part of it?
100%.
Okay.
We always say, you got to stop the run and earn the right to pass rush. And that's the way you got to look at it from a D-line standpoint, because if you're thinking pass rush first and second down, you're never going to get to that third and long. I mean, they're just going to run the ball right down your throat. And I think that is the biggest thing for the D front. That's our mindset. We want to stop the run. We want to put you in an obvious passing situation and just have O-line, D-line pass rush, just like we do in practice, and just get after them.
And if you're gonna play a game on Halloween, it might as well be at nighttime, right?
Yeah, it has to be 7 p.m. It's feeling super spooky leading up to it, and I just absolutely can't wait to get going after these Sooners. I know a lot of fans are going to be in their costumes in the stands and stuff like that, so it's going to be a lot of fun.
Were you, Coach and I were talking about that earlier, were you a big Halloween guy?
I really wasn't.
Passed on that?
As a kid, I think I was Woody, and my little brother was like Buzz Lightyear or something. But no,
Toy Story.
Yeah, yes, huge Toy Story guy. But no, I think it's something I kind of.
Graduated from.
Yeah. Just I quit doing the costumes.
My name's Cinco. I don't need to dress up.
Now I'm a
got
guy.
my own nickname.
Yeah, that's right.
I just put on like a Gronk jersey. I'm like, yeah, I'm Gronk this for Halloween, whatever. But
I love it. So playing these night games, why is that different? Because it is different, and they're somewhat rare, to get to play at night when the stars align. It's like, okay, you can't control the kickoff times, but why is because you've done this several times. Why is that different?
Early in the season, you love night games because it's not so hot, and you're able to play a lot longer and play faster. But I just think there's just a special energy. You think of Saturday Night Lights, you think of Friday Night Lights. You're playing under the lights of the
Prime
stadium.
Time.
Yes, sir, absolutely. And the fans are going wild, and I mean, it's just something you can't really describe. I mean, it's just something you got to live through, and the fireworks going after we win. I mean, you just can't beat it.
And who doesn't love
really
pyro?
Yeah. Oh, God. Oh, yeah, of course. There we
Pyro's
go.
Great.
Yeah.
It's like Halloween candy, right? Yeah, so
There we go.
Do you like candy corn?
Yeah.
What is the deal?
I'm all right. My mom does a candy corn nut mix, which, I mean, it kind of evens it out because I'm not a big.
She puts like peanuts with it?
Yes.
And it tastes like a payday.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
it's good, but I heard what Coach said about eating it layer by layer. I'm not quite that in depth about it. I'm more of a scoop and score kind of guy, you know.
I appreciate that.
Yes, sir.
You channel your inner Zach McPherson.
Yeah, there we go. Hey, that's another thing. I don't know what he's doing, but I got to start living right because he's had 2 just presents and then to the touch. I mean, it's been nice. I need to get on whatever plan he's on because the football's loving him these past 2 weeks.
Before I bring this next guest on, Austin Mcnamara, you're on that punt team. Did you see this? I mean, did you see it in the air? Did you have a chance to? I mean, I know you have a job to do, but at some point you go like, that thing it's at the other end of the stadium.
Right. Well, no, I mean, like you said, they kind of pressured us up a little bit. And, you know, I'm just looking. I hear the punt. I'm like, okay, we're good. And I just see this returner, and he's just doing this, and then he just starts running backwards. I'm like, what?
Like 30 yards.
What just happened, Mac? And then and I just see the ball roll out of the end zone. I look at Mac. I'm like, dude, what was that? Like, that was insane. And, of course, like Coach said, you know, I was running down on defense, so I definitely appreciate it because it turned my sprint into a very slow jog all the way to get over there. But I'll say a lot about Mac, but what he doesn't get credit for is the job he did field goal holding. You remember that play? I mean, I think we just tied it up 26 going to 27. And, I mean, we have a very talented snapper in Luke Rizzo, but this one kind of got away from him. You know, it kind of skipped and rolled to him. And, I mean, Mac was just Mr. Cool, just grabbed it, put it right there, and Wolf just sent it on through. So I think that was probably more impressive than his punt. I mean, we know he has a fantastic leg, but the fact that he can make that
As a
play.
football junkie.
Oh,
You and I talked about this after the game.
We did.
Yeah, that
but
was
to have a player recognize how important it is.
Oh, huge.
little things.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I mean, those are winning plays because if you don't make it, the things may not.
Forces you to go for 2 later. Maybe that changes West Virginia's play call. I mean, you never know.
I feel like we could have the Eli Howard show. Maybe we can work that into when you're here next year.
Hey, you know what?
No, all right. Well, we got to get Austin on the.
Y'all got to get me out of here.
I'm running out of time. Yeah, that's right. So hey, good luck. Stay healthy.
Thank you so much.
And we'll see you around here next season.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.
There he is.
Thank y'all for having me.
Red
I probably won't get invited back, but thank you.
Red Raider Football with Matt Wells, presented by Rudy's Barbecue. We continue after these messages. This is the Texas Tech Sports Network from Learfield IMG College. 74-yarder and an 87-yarder.
Yes, sir.
So can you do that again?
Probably not. Probably not. Give me a few chances.
How many people did you hear from as your kick went kind of viral and it was kind of part of the college football news cycle over the weekend? How many people did you hear from?
Just a lot of people back home for sure. Just parents, family members, people from high school, and then just a lot of people here. I got a lot of friends that I met since I've been here, and so they hit me up as well, and and other teammates on the sideline, which is always cool.
Friends, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, new acquaintances.
Acquaintances.
Yeah, there you go.
bet.
Did Pat McAfee reach out to you?
Personally, no.
He needs to. Yeah, what's the represent the brand? I think.
Yeah,
Isn't that
for
his
the
deal?
brand.
Yeah, for the brand.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
because he's
Yeah.
he's punter in the media and all
Yeah.
that stuff. And,
Yep.
yeah, he should have given you a shout out. What are you thinking whenever that? Were you surprised at how far it went?
Yeah, because I didn't see it at first. I was on the ground, so I really had no idea where it was going to go. I was hoping it was going to be halfway decent. Coach Shermerall tells me to get past 50, so that's what I was aiming for. So I had no idea, until I looked up and I saw that it was still going and spiraling, and I was like, okay, cool, this is gonna be sweet. So I was happy. I was happy. I was just happy that I got it off and that we didn't get blocked, and it's always a good thing. And
How do they teach you to put kick a spiral? How do they teach you how to do that? Does the way it roll off your foot?
yeah, so it's honestly just the way you hold the ball when it comes out of your hand. There's a certain tilt that you want to have it at, and then also just where you hit it on your foot. You just want to hit it right on the laces of your shoelaces, and on your foot, and then just point your toe, lock your foot out, and it'll turn over and spiral. So
It's as easy as that, Level.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was about to say, because when I think of a punter in some ways, with all that you're asked to do now these days, it's almost like a golfer. Mm-hmm. Because sometimes it's like, okay, we got to put backspin on it. Got to stop it right there. I've got to be able to hit it off the tee and mash it, but I also got to be able to hit that nice soft, angle or whatever you're talking about. I mean, so much more fun to just turn it loose and just turn it, instead of I got to put a little touch on it, all that stuff.
yeah, right. No, for sure.
How does one put backspin on it then? And okay, so you're punting from the 45, and we need to try to get it inside the 20. I mean,
Right.
I know there's a different way you drop the ball, but I mean, how does that work?
Yeah, it's kind of the same as far as where I hit it on my foot. It's just the ball is straight up and down instead of leveled out like that. So, and I just hit the back end of it. I have a little bit of a tilt, so I don't hit the bottom nose of the ball. I tilt it a little bit back towards me so I can get that kind of backspin a little bit.
So to stop it for your guys to go down there and down it.
Yeah.
And you got pressed into duty as a holder on Saturday too. You're comfortable with that, but in the middle of a game, it's got to be a bit nerve-wracking, or just like, hey man, yeah, whatever you need.
I mean, I mentioned earlier I got some in warm-ups, and then I just got some on the sideline with our snapper, and I was good to go. I held the first 2 games as well, so I was ready and I was good. I've been holding all off-season and all summer and trying to get better at it. I didn't hold in high school at all. I kicked off, did field goals and punted as well, so I get a chance to hold in high school. So I've been working on it. Coach Hull's been helping me with it as well. So give me some pointers.
How much is the weather in this city and just how breezy it can be or not? But how much does that factor into what you do? And have you kind of had fun with that, or kind of into it, with it? I mean, all that stuff.
Well, it's definitely more fun to punt downwind than it is into the wind. So that's been taking advantage of that. But no, it's been a little bit different. In Arizona, it doesn't blow as often. And, so I've had to learn how to, just alter my drop and all that kind of stuff into the wind or with the wind. So I've had to learn how to, judge that and try and get better at it. And it just takes practice.
So, okay, so now here's the moment of truth here. What was more fun, the 87-yarder, which is we've established, you get a lot of credit, a lot of pats on the back. This is a career high, I mean, the longest in school history, or throwing a touchdown pass like you did last year?
It wasn't a touchdown pass. I wish it was.
Oh, close.
It was close.
Yes,
it was close.
Yes.
Definitely probably the throw, because I don't get to do that as often.
See, that's what I wondered.
I get to be a quarterback for a minute, but no, it was good. I had a lot of fun doing that last year. I was glad that Easy caught it and it worked out well. So
that's you got that in your golf bag too.
Right.
Is like your bag of tricks there.
Yeah.
Playing at nighttime against Oklahoma will be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it.
Halloween.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now we'll run through the series of questions. Are you a big Halloween guy?
I am. I mean, I don't really like dress up as much, but like, I mean, trick or treating. I don't go trick or treating anymore, but like, it was a big thing when I was a kid. And I mean, carving pumpkins at home. Our neighborhood and our street is like really, we have a really good bond, and so we sit out usually that night and just kind of hang out and watch a movie, or if there's a game on or something, or all just hang out. We have a potluck and that kind of thing. So that's a good memory from
Candy corn. Thumbs up, thumbs down.
Thumbs up.
Oh,
thumbs up.
Unbelievable.
3-0.
Thumbs up.
I'm
3 to
telling you,
1.
man. I'm outnumbered. Okay, favorite candy then.
Probably Skittles.
Skittles. Okay.
Is that what you get on Thursday?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Every time.
Candy bar Thursday?
Oh,
Every time.
nice. Okay, the look behind the curtain there. So you're a Skittles guy. Yeah, very nice. Very nice. Well, we could sit here and talk to you for forever, man. Congratulations. Stay healthy and keep doing your thing, man. Keep making that average just go up and up, man. That'd
Try
be
to.
fun. Yeah, absolutely. Austin Mcnamara, right here on the show, and fun to visit with him. And we'll come back in just a few minutes. We'll talk about Oklahoma with the head coach of the Red Raiders. Red Raider football with Matt Wells, presented by Rudy's Barbecue. It will continue after these messages. This is the Texas Tech Sports Network from Learfield IMG College. Matt Wells back here at Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue, the virtual store here at United Supermarket Arena. So, Coach, just a little bit of time left here. Oklahoma, take me through that real quick. Spencer Rattler and their defense and just all that.
Well, they've got a really good team, Chris, like they always do. The defending, 4 straight Big 12 champions. So they've got a good team. We know that. We've got a lot of respect for the program. We got a lot of respect for their team. They have really good D-line, a lot of great depth. I think on Monday at my press conference, I didn't quite, we were really, it's Monday morning. You'd only barely seen them for a little bit in the morning. I didn't quite know how much depth and quality depth and production. I mean, they got a lot. May have another guy back. So that's the thing that stands out. Yeah, Rattler's got great arm. They got big targets at wideouts, got home run threats. Pledger's really good running back. Seth McGowan's really good running back. And normal in terms of talented team.
Be really fun. And
our guys will be ready.
Yeah.
They'll be excited. There'll be a good vibe in the stadium. And it'll be a great atmosphere, and we look forward to playing.
I will talk to you on Saturday.
Look
Good
forward
luck.
to it.
Yes,
Thanks,
sir.
man.
Studio board op has been Alex Seaton, producer and on-site engineer, Mr. Steve Pitts. This is Chris Level for head coach Matt Wells. Reminding you to join us for the Red Raider Tailgate Show Saturday, October the 31st at 6 o'clock. Red Raiders and Sooners kick off a set for 7 p.m. This is the Texas Tech Sports Network from Newfield.